I'm Rachel. I'm an author, an artist, and a screenwriter for animation. Welcome to the Storyteller Treehouse. On this channel, I focus on good books, story theory, and visual storytelling. And to kick things off, I thought I'd introduce myself and give you a sneak peek of what's to come. As I was thinking about how I wanted to introduce myself, I thought it might be fun to do it through the lens of my bookshelf. Because after all, what better way to get to know a storyteller than through the stories that shaped them? The first book I ever finished reading by myself, The Boxcar Children. I was pretty young, I'm not sure how old, but my mom had already started teaching me to read basic, readers like Sam had a ham and so on. This one, my mom had started reading aloud to me and then had gotten called away for something, a phone call or whatever, and I just said, I need to finish this, and read the rest of the book by myself. I love the woods and camping out, and the idea of running away and living in a boxcar out in the woods seemed like such an adventurous and romantic thing to do. Also, the rest of the Boxcar Children series is a bunch of mysteries, and it was like a gateway into other series like the Mandy books and Nancy Drew. And most recently, I've actually written my own mystery novel. So I guess it all comes full circle. Book 2. I'm gonna cheat and actually pick a whole entire series here. The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. I still associate these books with family, not only because my dad read them aloud to us when we were little, but also because of so many family relationships in the books themselves, siblings, parents, cousins, and more. As someone with a fairly large family, it means a lot to me to have stories that include those relationships. Narnia was also one of my first real forays into fantasy as a genre, and I was hooked. As a Christian, I also appreciate the depth of meaning that C.S. Lewis managed to weave into these fun adventure stories. You can certainly enjoy the books without being a Christian, but the extra level of meaning is special to me. Book 3 is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. Another classic. I reread this one every springtime. Kids with secrets is an evergreen theme, but I'm drawn to the delightful descriptions of spending time outdoors in nature. I especially love Dickon and his music that he plays for his animal friends. One time when I was younger, I tried it and played my ocarina for a chipmunk that showed up in the backyard, and he loved it, by the way. Book 4 is probably my all-time favorite book, Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. There's just a kid-like perspective on everything, like imagination become real. I felt like that even into my teens. Everyone else was growing up so fast around me, and I still felt like a kid. I wanted Peter to come pick me up. I even would write, "Land here," in our dirt driveway or in the snow. It was not exactly believing, but, wishing. To be honest, I think this book, more than any other, strongly influenced my own writing. Book 5. Dinotopia by James Gurney. Okay, so this is more than just a story, it's a whole world. I mean, the art for these books is incredible. It makes you feel like you can just hop right into the pages. My copy is a little beat up since I got these for my 13th birthday. They're even signed with little dinosaurs from the author. My love of visual storytelling starts here of all places. I wanted to enter this world and ride a Skybax, for gosh sakes. So I started to draw my own characters and worlds after being introduced to Dinotopia. And finally, a new favorite on the block. While these other books shaped me in my growing up and teen years, this fantasy series has affected my adult life more than any of them. And it is the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. I love the themes of heroes dealing with their weaknesses and standing up for what's right, even in the face of overwhelming power. I love the characters and the very cool magic system and world building. But most of all, I love how I forgot I was reading a book and was sucked in. This doesn't happen as often now that I've studied story structure and writing. So when it does, I take note and try to learn from the story. Journey before destination, after all. After reading and rereading the Stormlight books, I sought out Sanderson's YouTube series of fiction writing lectures, which in turn gave me new enthusiasm for my own writing. Speed round, honorable mentions. The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, of course. Hard to describe how important these works are to me, but maybe I'll just drop the fact that I learned Anglo-Saxon runes because Tolkien based his dwarven runes on them. Yeah. Redwall! You know, adventures, good morals, fun animal characters, and the beauty of a simple life with tasty food. Also, cookbook. The Blue Sword. Horses, adventure, magic, what more can I say? So what will this channel be about? Well, on a most basic level, story. I'll be sharing writing updates about my own projects, as well as my publishing journey, and analysis of films and other media and how they tell stories through character arcs, world building, and so on. I also have some plans to share some of my own short stories with you in written, visual, and audio mediums, possibly all three at once. I've also got some plans to do some things with animation. However, that takes a very long time, so it might be a while before that pops up. And of course, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments if you liked this video and what you'd like to see in the future. And I'd also love to hear what your favorite books are and how you see that they've shaped you over the years. So that's just a quick overview of what you might be seeing popping up in the next few weeks on this channel. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time back in the treehouse.